Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel where I, Anderson Cal, as a financial coach, will teach you the mindset and skills in order to help you better your life and reach your goals. Today, I may sound a little funny because I am currently sick. However, I will not stop the weekly grind just for you guys because you guys are breathtaking. Today, I will be talking about another thing I wish I have learned in my early 20s. If you haven't watched part 1 of this series, I suggest you pause this video and click the link somewhere above and go watch it right now. The biggest misconception I had in my early 20s is similar to that of most people. Most people, when they first hear of the word sales, their immediate reaction is a sleazy, grimy, pushy salesperson that's out there to screw them over. However, today I'm here to tell you that is not true. Real sales is nothing like that. Being pushy is a sales tactic. However, sales does not have to be pushy. In fact, sales is one of the most highly sought after skill in any market. It is also one of the highest paying skill that anyone can have. And the best part is, it doesn't even require a university degree. So watch this video to the very end because this one video may change your entire life. Let me start by giving you an example. Let's use buying a car at the dealer as the scenario. You, or person A, your goal for today is to go to the dealer and buy your dream car. And let's say the MSRP for this dream car is 80 grand. So I'll give you 2 scenarios and you tell me what happens. In scenario 1, you go to the dealer, you walk in, the salesperson comes and greets you, he asks you, how may I help you today? And you go like, I'm interested in looking at this car. And he's like, okay, how about I'll go show you the car, and he brings you there. He gives you a tour, he tells you all the specs, and he even gives you a test ride, etc. And everything goes great. It is exactly how you envisioned it. And at the end, when you guys are negotiating, you end up buying a car at 75 grand. Instead of 80 grand, right? And in scenario 2, it is the same thing. You walk in, he shows you around, everything's the exact same thing, except at the very end, you buy the car at 85 grand. So the question is, in each of the scenario, who wins? Can you figure it out? So who wins in each of the scenario? Person A or the salesman? Well, the answer is they both win in both scenarios. And why is this so? Let's break it down and work backwards. What was the original goal of person A? Well, his goal is to go to the dealer and buy his dream car. And vice versa, what is the goal of the salesman? Well, the salesman's goal is to sell the car, right? So what you need to realize is, in order for a transaction to even occur in the first place, both parties must benefit from this deal, or at least break even from it. If person A feels like he is paying too much and it is not worth it, he would have never bought it. And vice versa, if the dealer was losing money on every sale they made, then they wouldn't sell, right? It makes perfect sense. Everyone has their own value for the car. People who buy the car values the car more than the sum that they paid for it. The car may not be worth 80K to you, however, to someone else, it may be worth it. For example, person A might have valued the car at 90 grand, and even at 90 grand, 85 grand may seem like a deal for them, right? So what you need to remember is that everyone has a different value on things. Every company out there needs someone who knows how to do sales. Imagine an accounting firm where there is no one to bring in the clients. How are they even going to operate? Or even at a smaller scale, an independent UX designer, imagine if he or she doesn't have the sales technique or the skills to help the client. How is he supposed to negotiate a higher pay or offer the correct service that the client might need? How is he supposed to negotiate for a higher price or for a more expensive product that the client might need? For example, client A might come to him and want to buy his service A for a certain price. However, the UX designer might realize that if the client just purchases service A, it wouldn't work because there are other things that are missing in the whole picture. And instead, he is supposed to offer service B or a package that is more expensive than the client anticipated. However, this package offers much more value and it is the only way for this project to work. How is it going to happen if the UX designer does not have the sales technique in order to pivot from product A to product B in order to service the client properly? And this is why sales is very important. This applies even to an individual such as yourself. Imagine you're looking for a job or a promotion. How are you able to do it? Well, your job is to sell yourself or the sales skills or services that you provide to your employer. If you're able to demonstrate that the value you provide is higher than the sum of money that they pay you, they will be glad to do it. If every dollar that they invest in you generates a higher expected value greater than what the price they pay, then it is a no-brainer for these employers or clients if you are an owner. Sales, in the end, is a skill that everyone is able to learn with the right amount of practice. It is a skill that will greatly benefit you if you let it compound to every aspect of your life. Imagine getting a better deal in everything you do, such as finding a better job, getting a promotion, finding new clients, or even finding a romantic partner. If you let it compound over, let's say, 10 years, 20 years, or even 30 years, you will definitely see a great difference in your future. And lastly, please don't ever forget this. Always sell by the client's needs and never do shady stuff, okay? Remember to subscribe and hit the bell if you find my content valuable. It helps me a lot and I really appreciate it. I post every single week, so I'm looking forward to see you next week. See you guys.